Callum Turner, Joel Edgerton, Jack Mulhorn, and Thomas Elms star in the new biopic movie titled The Boys in the Boat, directed by George Clooney, and is about a group of boys during the Depression era who go to the Olympics to try to win the gold medal for boat racing. And that's kind of the general main plot synopsis of this movie. Going into this movie as a little bit of background before we start talking about what I actually think about the movie. Going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. Sports biopics, generally are not my thing. I'm not very into sports. I'm not very into watching sports movies likewise. So, going into this movie, I was a little weary that I might be a little bored and have a lot of problems with this movie. Also, George Clooney directs this movie, and while I don't have any beef with his directing in the past, because I've never seen a George Clooney movie, I was just kind of weary going into this movie, not knowing if he can direct the movie, because I've known he's done it in the past, but while he's a really good actor, I have not seen any of his work, so I didn't know if his style of directing was gonna be my thing. Because usually actors who turn directors are usually hit or miss. And some of them do a fabulous job, some of them don't. So yes, guys, I was very interested to see what George Clooney would do with this source material. And what did I think about it? Do I think this movie is a nice sports biopic that had me cheering and laughing and feeling all the feels? Or is this another sports biopic that also was not really my thing and just wasn't really well put together as a whole? Let's see. Okay, so The Boys and the Boat. Like I said, this movie is directed by George Clooney, and my first thing I want to point out with this movie is George Clooney's direction. To get right into some of the positives that I have in this movie. But while I think that George Clooney doesn't put like this overly big style in his directing, and not something that pops out at you that is different from any other sports biopic movie that you would see a director like put into the movies. I do think that it was very well shot and looked very beautiful. The cinematography was very good. He just used all the shots that you can use in this in film, in the medium, to create a looking, well shot movie that was very good. He even used like some like zoom in shots, like you can see the camera like actively zooming in on the water, on the boat rowing action that was going on. So that was something that I was surprised to see. George Clooney not doing a pretty good job at directing. It's not anything that I could like praise about. He's not gonna win Best Director or anything like that. But for the source material he was given, and for the uh, way he wanted to like direct his actors and direct the way it was filmed, I think it was a really good directorial effort from him. You also have Joel Edgerton in here as the coach, the boys' coach, who coaches them throughout this Olympic journey to try to obviously make them uh, champions and make them bet on have them win the gold medal. And Joel Edgerton, I feel like does a very good job in this role. There's lots of obviously in like every sports biopic, there's always that coach. There's always that person that's trying to motivate the characters to try to get them better and stuff like that. And while that character could have came off as very generic with generic dialogue and stuff like that, I feel like it was a very good performance from Joel Edgerton that made you really feel the urge to also want to see the boys win and succeed and do all that. I feel like he had some fun scenes in here that just made you really feel that that he really wanted to see the boys succeed, and thus if he does, then we do. So I think that was a very well written character and a very well performed character from Joel Edgerton. But anyways, guys, that is my kind of overall positives of the movie. But unfortunately, I do have a couple negatives that bring down the movie just a bit. There's a couple script issues that I have, and just stuff that I think kind of boggled the movie down just a bit. One of those is I think that for a movie called The Boys in the Boat, I don't think there was a lot of the boys in this movie. And when I say that, I don't mean they weren't in the movie enough. They're there a lot. You see them practicing. You see them trying to get better and all of that. But the relationship between the characters, just the dynamic between the characters of the boys, you don't really see that much of, and you kind of get just a subpar movie because of that, because you don't get to see the boys that are competing together just interact together. Thus, makes the movie just feel less exciting because you don't get to it. If the characters were a little bit more defined, then it would make it way easier to feel really excited for when they hit their high points, and feel very sad for them when they hit their low points, and just kind of get the feel for the characters a little bit more if they were a little bit more had more of a personality and had more of a relationship. You would feel more for the characters when they hit their high points and their low points. So yes, guys, that's one thing that I do think was just something that I did notice, that I think this if that elements was added, I think this movie would have been a way better than it was. Another issue that I had was about halfway through the movie. I felt like it could have ended. I feel like there was a stopping point, a perfect stopping point for this movie that, had me uplifted, charmed, all that stuff. But it just kept going for about another hour. I just feel like that added time was not really necessary. And while it did have its moments for sure, I feel like there was just a lot of added subplots in here that made it feel a little bit repetitive. There was that repetitiveness that you do see in some sports biopics, but I did think that this movie was gonna kind of throw that out the window. But unfortunately, I do think that this movie did try to add a little bit more of dramatic avenues to that eventually leaded to me watching pretty much the same movie again for like another hour, at least 30 minutes. So, yeah, that was something that I did notice that also I did not really like about the movie. But overall, all the performances in this movie did very well. Especially Joel Edgerton. There was something about his performance that had me very charmed, got me very excited to see these boys succeed. Even though I do think that if the boys had a little bit more of a relationship and a little bit more character, it would have made the movie a little bit more entertaining. But yes, guys, that is what I think of The Boys in the Boat. What did you guys think of The Boys in the Boat? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Tell me all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also in the comments, let me know some movie suggestions you may have that you might want me to check out, so then maybe I can check them out and then I can tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.